October. We're in the second week of our boot camp and Patreon. And I am here today to answer your questions, your comments, and your concerns. So when you come on, please put your name on the screen so I can call you by name, and I'm here to talk to you. I'm not just going to read your comments. I want to talk to you. I want to answer your questions. I'm here for you, okay? I got a thumbs up, and there's a person on there, but I don't know who it is. I think it probably is Marty. That's my guess. Also, make sure you're in live chat, not top chat. There we go. Candace. Hey, Candace. Good morning. Nice to have you here. I've been watching the news this morning, so I'm running a little late, but I'm here. Good morning, Natasha. How are you? Good morning. Mimi Chapman is here. Good morning. Becky Sims. Hi, Becky. Who else is on here? Y'all are jumping on. Mr. B, are you on?
Yeah.
I don't see you. Hannah Davies is here. Hi, Hannah. And I'm ready for your questions. If you have questions for me, that's what I'm here for, to answer your questions. Hi, Fernwood Farms Homestead. Good morning. What is your name? Which one are you? Hi, Connie. Connie Staub Miller. Good morning. Mary Sellers is here, Roll Tide. Hi, Mary. Marty Watson is here. Hi, Marty. Yes, Marty, I'm going live now. I was getting ready. Jennifer, good morning from Michigan. I bet it's chilly up there, huh? Lindsay writes, good morning. Mr. B, happy Munzie, everyone. Happy Munzie. Wheel, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I was just playing. So how's everybody doing this morning? We are in, as I said earlier in this recording, if you didn't hear it, in this live rather, we are in the second week of boot camp on Patreon. Joyful Noise mom, Jocelyn, good morning and farewell from Central Texas. Here with my sweet baby today who is ill at the moment. Catch y'all next week. God bless, Jocelyn. Sherry, hi Sherry. Nice to have you. So today is Thanksgiving in Canada. In case you didn't know, I have several Canadian mentees. Mimi Chapman, I'm still getting rid of clutter after all this time. This is about the third or fourth time I've gone through pretty much the whole house and still getting rid of stuff. Mimi, that will always happen. It's not to say that you didn't do a good job. It's to say that you acquired more things and or things that you thought were going to be important turned out not to be important, etc. So that's why you always will have a few things from time to time. Val GC from Pennsylvania. Hi, Val. Good morning. Steve's Fun Adventures. Happy day. Hi, who is this Steve? Gani. Hi, Kat. She's from the Netherlands. Hi, Gani. Shouten Lawrence. Nancy H. Nancy Hatfield. Nancy, are you back from Hawaii? She's from California. Jennifer H. I'm enjoying Patreon. I've been on since June and finally am doing consistent rituals. Everyone should do it. I agree. Misty Kester. Morning from California. Glad I caught you. So glad you're here. Catching us live this morning, Misty. Let me know if it's your first visit, everyone. Lindsay says, happy Thanksgiving, Canadians. That's right, Lindsay. It is pronounced Reitz, isn't it? Or is it Wrights? What's that noise? Something outside? Okay. Anyway, my picture looks crooked, but it's not. No, it's not crooked. But it looks crooked, but it's not crooked. Now it looks better. I'm sitting in the middle of it. I put a balance thing on it and the bubbles right in the middle. Good morning, Miss Kat. Jordan Renee. Hi, Jordan. My first visit. What is your name, Steve? Or are you Steve's wife? I can't tell by that picture. Misty Kester, or is your name Steve and your girl? Could be. Misty Kester, I haven't been on alive in a few years. Well, I am so glad to have you back. Yes, it sounds like Reitz. Okay, thanks. Lindsay. Katie L, good morning, everyone. All right, so I'm open for questions, comments, and concerns. Again, we're on our second week of boot camp in Patreon. Stephen is my name. Okay, so nice to have you here, Stephen. Laura Pennell, good morning. All right, so what are your questions concerning your morning rituals, your zone work, your basic weekly plan? That's what I'm here for. So you know or you don't, I've changed routines to rituals. I think that's more important. It makes it more protected. Rituals are for us. No one else really cares if we do them or not really, like you do. So that's why we call them rituals. They're yours. Candace, planning to clean the appliances in the kitchen this week. Husband mentioned the stove needed a good clean last week, and I told him it was already on the list for zone 2. Good job. And you know what? That'll never happen again. He won't ever say that again. If you wipe it down every night after dinner and at the top, but the stove, if you put it on a rotation and you do it when you say you're going to do it, it will never be dirty again. It'll just be, could use a wipe. You know what I mean? Could use a little clean, but it shouldn't ever be like filthy dirty. Sorry about my hair. All right, so where was I? But anyway, I'm glad it's on your rotation. Yes, the kitchen is on my rotation this week. That's what I'm doing. And next week, I will not be going live because I will be on a vacation. I'll be in the mountain, not in the mountains, I'll be in the hills of Brown County, Indiana with my girlfriends, and we're going to have a blast. So we're leaving Saturday. So I won't be around, and I'm not mentoring that week. I will make videos for Patreon and for the Catholic Flylady, and I'm thinking about making an extra YouTube video or two before I go, but I'm not going to have a live next week. Okay? All right. Did I answer your questions? Were there questions that I didn't answer? If I didn't, please remind me. Marty, did I answer all the questions? Are you paying attention? Kimmy's planner is on the way. If you've ordered it, you should get it soon. I hope you have a fun trip and a safe, and eat good food and stay safe and enjoy yourself. Thank you, Stephen. She's in her apron. Good morning. I just mentioned you. Did you hear me, Kimmy? Kimmy's planners are on their way out. I have clients who've already said, I got my planner. I love it. When I looked at it, it was even more wonderful than it was online or when you described it. And it's so exciting. Mine are on the way. So I'm so excited. Mr. B says, want to be personally mentored by Kat? Join my special mentoring Patreon channel. Join for only $5 a month to get 20 ad-free videos every month. That's 5 a week. But if you want to be mentored, you have to be a mentee through Patreon. You have to be a patron, and then you can send me a personal message, and we can get you set up on one of our tiers. Yes, you're the sweetest. You're the sweetest, Kimmy. You'd be close to me. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, that's awesome. We're flying into Indianapolis, and we're going to drive to Nashville, Indiana. That sounds like fun. Prayers for safe travels. Thank you, everyone. I am reconsidering one of the things that I have on my bucket list, and that's to zip line. I think I'm going to chicken out of that. My sister my daughter zip lined in Costa Rica, and she said, Mom, it takes a lot of arm strength because you have to stop your body, and you're flying through the air at like anywhere from 10 to 30 miles an hour, and you have to stop your body with this handbrake, and I don't know if you want to do that, and everything pinches and pulls on the harness, and it's like, maybe I don't want to do that. I talked to one of the girls who's going to do it. She said, oh, I'm doing it. I said, okay, but I'm thinking I'm not going to do that. I will horseback ride, though. We're going to do that.
Which one said they were going to do it?
Susan and Lynn, for sure. Maybe some others. But I think I'm going to just wave at them from the ground. I've made that decision this morning. I finally made that decision. Sounds like fun. Prayers for safe travels. We already read that from Katie. Misty said, planner, tell me about it. I've been gone a while. Oh my goodness, Misty. The new planner is fantastic. Let me grab this year's planner. Hold on. Come here. Okay, first of all, this is last year's annual plan, or this current year's annual planner. I enjoy these pens to write in it so I can erase. They're called Friction, Frixion pens. You get a set of colors online from Amazon. I'm not affiliated. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to show you October. I've got stuff in it. If you change out your clothes in the spring and the fall, What is a good way to limit the amount of things you have put away? You have to put away. Good question. I'll address that in just a minute. Remind me. All right, so this is October, and you can see I use mine a lot. I write all over it. So October and this one and the next one has two. Let me try to flip back here to January where I don't have too much written. I mean for December. Dropped it. Sorry. December. Okay, this still has writing on it, but December, it has two month spreads. This month's spread, hold on, I'm gonna crank you down. I can't crank you down, I'm gonna have to stand up. Okay, it's got this month's spread, like that, which is the Sunday through Saturday spread, and then it's got a second spread, which is Monday through Sunday. And so a lot of people use a second spread for business or homeschooling or canning. They could use it for anything. It's just a second calendar, which is pretty awesome. And then we have a budget spread. I love the budget. I teach financial planning as one of my tiers, and I use this budget to teach people how to use to do their budgets. So like my October budget, look at that, just quick. It's filled. I use it, I really use it. And then after that, we've got the menu planning ideas. So if you had some things you wanted to plan for the month, you could do that. There's shop your shelves, where you put all the things that are in your freezer and on your shelves that you need to use up there, so you can keep track of it. And then there's a few note pages. I'm not going to show you all those. Master to-do list. And then we get into the actual week at a glance. And this is what I'm going to show you right now. So this is week at a glance for this month for me, for this week for me. It's all filled out. So it's a day at a time like this, okay? Mr. B put Kimmy's planner on there in case you guys are wanting this. And then it's got a place down here for your routines. And the new one, Kimmy didn't write the words routine, but ideally that's what you can use that for. And then this one down, or did you, Kimmy? I can't remember. She put something in here, and I just run my routines this way. But next time when you get it, this bottom one is just going to be gray, and you can put whatever you want. So I see what I do. It says AM, clutter stop was what CS is. Laundry, clutter stop. After dinner, clutter stop. Before bed 1, before bed 2. And then you have these little habit tracker bubbles, which I love. And then I'm working on the kitchen this week, and my focus is to eat well and be healthy. That's my focus. So I love these things. And on this currently, what I do is I put the basic weekly plan item up here. So I've got weekly home blessing, free day, errand day, purse day. It's different for everybody. You can change it around. I'm traveling this week and making extra videos. I'm going to travel Saturday, so I had to squeeze some things in. But anyway, when the next page, so it's 2 pages like that, okay? And then the next page, oh, and I love this, the place for your menus. The next page in Kimmy's new planner, when you turn it over, is called a daily page. So that was a week at a glance page. You're going to open it up, 2 pages, 1 for each day, and it's going to have an hourly set of blocks on it, just like a little 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember when it stops and starts, but it's basically most people's long day. And then there's places in there for your food, what you're having that day, etc. So you can have your generic plan on this first one, and then your specific plan on the second one, which I personally love. And I have talked to all my clients that I mentor. They love that. They can't wait. The ones who got it said it's even better in person. And not only does it have these things that I'm telling you about, but in the end of her planner, at the back end, she's got in like Thanksgiving, so next month, November. There's a Thanksgiving planner. Just getting to it. Tony Rose, Sunday afternoon, I filled out my planner. Such a great feeling to see all the plans for the last quarter of the year already planned out. I really do, really something. You went away there for a minute. Okay, so at the back, she's got a Christmas one and a Thanksgiving one, but basically, here's the Christmas one. It's called Ready, Set, Party. And it lists all the things you need to do to get ready. Depending on your level, you get to choose your to-do list, your Christmas dinner specifics. The planner Kat is talking about is in the daily planner. Both have all the bells and whistles. Okay, somebody's talking about the other one. I'll talk about it in a minute. The grocery list for your holiday that you're celebrating. Your assignment list, so if people are supposed to bring things or you're supposed to bring things, this is where you would put that. The cooking schedule, which I think is the thing that I discovered when I was a young woman that saved my life. It was that I needed to schedule it out instead of standing in the kitchen and worrying the whole time. You just have a plan and you can actually sit down and rest. And then enjoy the season, things to say, make and buy, Christmas baking, the cooking schedule the day before and the day of. That's it. And then in the back, there's the year at a glance, which I've already filled out for 24. And Plan Ahead has some scribbles on it that I've been using. So in the new one, this is one without the daily pages. Now you can imagine how many pages that is. You're getting a page a day. So it makes this a lot thicker. This is the annual one. So now the annual one, you can buy this version without the daily pages, or you can buy this version with the daily pages, but it's 2 books because it's just too huge. But it is jam-packed with everything you could ever want. Or you can buy the version that is originally this year, 3 of these makes up one of these. 3 of the new ones, the semesters make this up. So they're 4 months at a piece. And they have all the same bells and whistles these have. They're just smaller so that you can, it's up to you. I like getting a brand new planner every 4 months with no scratches and a brand new cover and all that stuff. So I do that. Now the new one, you can get the 3 also, but it'll be a little thicker. The one Kat is showing is the weekly. Yeah, this is the weekly, but the one that is and you still can get the weekly, but the new one is called the daily, has the daily pages in it. It's got everything this has plus the daily pages. And it's very exciting. It is just jam-packed with everything a woman could want to plan in her planner. I love it. I use it, and I think it's a fantastic tool. I always used Erin Condren before because it was the most high-quality one I could find. They all kind of did the same thing, and I always, every month, had to recreate the wheel and decide where I was going to put things. This I don't have to think about. It's all there for me. Kimmy, who has ADD, has figured it out, so it makes it easy for us to go ahead and with all of our distractions and still get our planning done. And then following it is easy too, okay? All right, so I had a question. I love Kimmy's planner. I've used tons of different planners, but hers has everything you could need. Absolutely, Lindsay. Candace, she said the thing she likes about the full month page is the calendar. I can see in one spot when I may be committing myself, especially for social events. Absolutely. Hi, Felicia. Marty said, okay, if I missed any questions, because I know I talked for a bit, let me know. Now, what was that question I said I was going to answer? Do you remember, Larry or Marty? Do you remember? I said I'm going to answer that question. Who was it? Well, I see a question from Jordan Renee right here. Tips for juggling school, 3 jobs, family, 3 pets, and my sanity while keeping a clean home with fly system. Was doing okay for a while, but starting to fall behind. Yeah, because you can't do everything, Jordan. Jordan Renee, listen to me. You cannot be everything and do everything. That is unfeasible. It's not something you can do. If you're working a full-time job, the only things you can do during the week, in my personal opinion, as a person who worked for 40 years in corporate with children at home and a husband, is rituals, or what we used to call routines. Your rituals, your morning routine or ritual, your laundry routine or ritual, your after dinner ritual, your before bed routine or before bed ritual. Those things are the things you have to do. Then the basic weekly plan, you might squeeze a couple of those in during the week if you can do it while you're out. Like maybe you can order your groceries on Saturday and pick them up from the store, have them put in your car on Monday afternoon on your way home. Or what else? Or you could maybe clean out your purse in your car during the weekday. Maybe in the morning you could just shake your mats and make sure you took all the junk out of the car. That's cleaning the car. I'm not talking about taking it to the car wash or washing it yourself or vacuuming it. Vacuuming, I'm just saying shake the mats, get the stuff out of it. And your purse, just take it, empty it, put everything back in, throw the trash away. You could do that on your break or in your office, your purse, because I've done that. But then for the other things, on Saturday, you would be doing your weekly home blessing hour. On Sunday afternoon, you do your planning and desk day because it needs to be quiet. And that's pretty much it. Saturday is a fun day and Sunday is renew your spirit. And then as far as your zone work goes, you only do it on Saturday morning for about an hour. And if you can't get it all done in an hour, then you can't get it all done in an hour. You just set up aside a little portion of your house that you're going to, let's say it's the kitchen, that's the zone we're working in, and you pick 4 15-minute little jobs in there. You write them down so you know what they're going to be. You put them in your planner, and then go in there for 1 hour and start decluttering or deep cleaning for 1 hour after you do the weekly home blessing hour. And then you're done. So if you wake up at 7, have breakfast, do your morning rituals, get your laundry going, strip your bed because it's a weekly home blessing hour. You might as well not make the bed. And then do your weekly home blessing hour. Finish that out after breakfast. So let's say you have breakfast at 8. So from 8 to 9, you do your weekly home blessing hour. If you have children, you can assign 2 or 3 of those jobs to them and cut your time in half. And then and remember, it's a blessing, not a deep clean. And then finally, you can do your zone right after that for 1 hour, okay? And that's it. The people whose names are in blue are my monitors, my moderators, who make sure that people don't get on here and say ugly things. That's basically it. They kick them out. And that used to be a problem. It doesn't seem to be anymore. And Marty is one, and Larry is one, and Kimmy is one. Okay, so I think that answered your question on Saturdays. Don't kill yourself. Don't over plan for yourself. And if you're a mom and you're working full time and you're doing what I've just mentioned, and you've got kids who are in after school activities 4 days out of 5, you are going to be tired. So I hope that you take some time for yourself and relax, and also learn to delegate. Very important. Okay? All right. That was somebody. Is that Jordan Renee? I'm trying to remember who asked me that. Yeah, I think it was. All right. Hi, Felicia. I'm so glad you're here joining us. Candace said her body isn't what it used to be. Yeah, I know. You can't. When you get to a certain age, you can't push yourself so far. I think this was the question. I've forgotten your name, Fernwood Farms. I have a question. If you changed out your clothes in the spring and the fall, what's a good way to limit the amount of things you have to put away? Okay, so you have to go through your clothes and pick out what you truly love, need, use, and wear. That means, like, if I have had this little top for, I don't know, 3 years, and every year I look at it and I think, do I want to keep it? Does it look worn out? No, it's fine. It's just an old, what do you call these, chamois? No. What do you call these shirts, Marty?
It's a work shirt.
It's a work shirt. But anyway, it's warm, it's comfortable, and I can wear it with or without a t-shirt, and I love it, and it expands my clothing. Hi from Hilo, Hawaii. Good morning, Kat and Mr. B, Christy Smith. So what you'll do is you'll go through your things before you pack them away. So what I do, and I live in a 2 Chambray. Thank you, Marty. I knew you would do it for me. I live in Florida. It's 2 seasons, winter and summer. And winter's really, it's not really true. It's really fall and summer. Those are our 2 seasons. But as a Florida native, I appreciate and love the little nuances of spring and winter and fall and summer. So I have 4 seasons in my head, even if just the clothes colors change. So when I changed out from summer to fall, I kept some of the summer clothes that were dark, like dark capris, navy and black. I took out my pinks and blues and slacks and things like that, yellows and whites. Those went away. Those went to be put away for next summer or even next spring. But I only kept things that would be good. In fact, there's still 2 pairs of capris in my closet, but it's gotten pretty cold. Today it was not cold for you probably, but 54. It was pretty cold for me this morning. So that's what I suggest, is keeping your things cut back. Don't go to the store and just buy clothes just because you see something, or don't buy on impulse. You have to know, oh my gosh, I need a new white t-shirt. This one just is too tight, or it's dingy, or it's stained, or it's worn out. I need a good white t-shirt. And when you do that, you're going to not be spending so much money on such a plethora of clothes, but you'll be able to buy a quality white t-shirt, for example, something that's going to last you a while. And then when you pack them away, you're not going to have huge amounts, but you're going to have a nice container of clothes and shoes and hats and scarves and gloves and socks and pajamas. All those things that are seasonal get packed in there. And when you pull it back out, it's so exciting. Chrissy, who lives in Hawaii, has summer and wet summer. Now living in Washington State, this is Candace. Instead of Southern California, I have to plan clothes for 4 seasons. But I still plan for 4 seasons. Katie said, I can tell a difference in my body after having our first baby. She's 4 weeks old. Well, darling, you're not even through healing. I'm feeling mostly back to normal, yet still different. The rituals help a lot. I rest and work during her naps. Yeah, Katie, you'll feel good later on. Right now, you're still healing. I always tell people they have a dinner plate size wound in their body, and that's where the placenta was. It takes a while for that to heal. So you want to, and at 4 weeks, you're starting to feel pretty good, but don't push yourself. Give yourself some time. And eventually, over this next year, if you eat well and you get some exercise and fresh air and you're going to be busy with that baby, your body's going to shrink back if you're not eating poorly, okay? How do I know if I'm still on your Patreon? I haven't looked in a while. Misty Kester. How would she know?
Oh no, we.
See, I don't run that. I just pay them to run that for me. So you'd have to go to patreon.com and try to sign in. That's what I'm thinking. Or pull up the app and see if you can get in there.
Every time we have some declines, and sometimes people get declined and they don't know it.
Yeah, you might have been declined if your credit card was short that month or whatever. Hi, Nal Sada. I hope I said your name right. Jillian, my house is about 3,200 mostly carpeted areas separated by 4 levels. Woo! We suffer from allergies and asthma. My 4 levels are divided into the zones, but I need to vacuum thoroughly more than once a month. Help. I'm going to tell you something, and you may not like this, Jillian, but when you have a house that's bigger than 2,400 square feet, you need help. Either you need to hire help or delegate help. You can't do 3,200 feet on your own and do everything else you do as a human being. That's a lot of space. But if you can have your kids help, that's great.
You can, but that'll be all you'll be doing.
Yeah, you could do it. You're right, Larry. You could do it. You can get 3,200 feet square feet clean, but you'll never ever have a life. So if you've chosen to have a big house, you need help. You can't do it on your own, so you have to delegate. And if you have allergies and carpets, unfortunately, you have to have the HEPA filter and all that stuff, and you're going to need somebody to help vacuum that up until you can get hardwood floors or some kind of floors. Okay. I love that we call them rituals. Thank you, Jordan. I do too. Christy, congratulations on your sweet baby. Oh yeah, Chris, I didn't even say that, Katie. Congratulations on your beautiful baby. Oh my goodness. Do you have a boy or a girl? It's a girl. Aw. Jordan said she'll do her best. I want to add my other layers back in. That's Twana. Okay, just joining in. Kimmy's doing a daily. Also, and she's doing a daily, it's a daily sheet in your planner. It's awesome. Also in school and working full-time with adult offspring in college while living at home. Been doing routines only and home blessing on weekends. With adults living in your home, if they're living there, then they should be helping out. Because you're going to school and working full-time and you have people living in your house. Everybody should be chipping in. Have a meeting. Nothing's going to be hard if everyone helps, okay? Because going to school is hard enough, and working full-time is hard enough. So you're going to have to cut back your expectations and or have everyone help you.
You can tell Misty I checked. Last time she paid was in August.
Misty, okay, you're not a patron.
She can go
The last
sign
time you
up for
paid was
$5.
in August, and Larry said you can sign up for $5. Okay, apparently he checked it took him all that time to answer that question because he was looking the whole time. Marty said it took 8 full hours for me to vacuum and sweep and mop my big house. I got a maid twice a week. Absolutely. You had a wonderful, wonderful housekeeper. We loved her so much. Even if you get help in your house twice a month, it's better than nothing. Jillian, I would love hardwood floors, but I live in North Dakota, so not so sure if I'd freeze. Well, that's true. Nancy, iRobot could help with the vacuuming. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You're 100% right. And there's some fantastic sales on them right now in
Amazon.
Thank you, Amazon. I was looking through those lately. Got all kinds that mop, kinds that vacuum. You have to be able to pay that. Now, mine is not an expensive one. What is mine called? We call her Hazel, but what brand is she? She does a great job.
iRobot or something.
No, she's not an iRobot, but she's an off brand, and I love her. Yes, the robot vacuum is fabulous, Christy
She
says.
runs good.
Yeah, she's good. I think I got mine for $99. I'll tell you what kind it is. Hold on. She is she's a Eufy, E-U-F-Y, and I got her
It is a name brand.
several years. I know, but it's not like iRobot or any of those big expensive ones.
She does a good job.
I do want to sign up again. Thank you for checking, Misty said. Well, come on in, Misty. We're in boot camp.
Plus, they have a new thing of collections where she can go back and look the last 2 or 3 months and get that. It's just for that 1 month.
Yep. Okay, so Larry said that you can look under collections in Patreon if any of you haven't, and you can see all the videos kind of gathered up like a playlist, only it's better. It's a collection. So that might be fun for you. I used to have a Eufy, but it broke. It did help with the surface dust. Might get an iRobot this time, Jillian. Mine cleans very thoroughly, like thoroughly. When I mop, my mop's not dirty. It's really good. Hi, Gina. Tawana said, my Eufy helped tremendously. I have real hardwood floors. Yep. I have engineered floors that look like wood. Okay. And I had them in my home before we lived in an RV. And when we lived in the RV, we had hardwood and carpet, and she's worked on all of those. So there you go. All right, we've been on for about 30 minutes. I'm happy to answer any questions. Are there any more questions? And I'm excited for you to get if any of you gotten your planners, I know one of you mentioned you got it already. Anybody else gotten them? Has anyone ordered them? Mine are on the way. Anybody else ordered their planners? It'll really help you when you know what to do every day, So like today. Now I got up and watched the news today because, I didn't do anything much. I did my prayers, I did my morning routine or my morning rituals, and I watched the news. So I didn't really do my stuff, so now I can mark it off that I did it. So I did my morning routine, so I'm gonna put my little check mark on the Monday circle. Clutter stop, we didn't have any. I haven't started my laundry yet, so that's it. That's all I have to do right now. And then when I'm done with you, I'll probably start my laundry, and then later on I'll make lunch, I've got calls. I'm gonna make two boot camp videos, two Catholic Flylady videos, and a YouTube video. That's what my plans are for today. So if I didn't put that down and the reminder to eat well, maybe I wouldn't. Loving boot camp, but am doing a few things in different order to fit my little life a little better, and that's perfectly fine. Candace, Mimi, I ordered mine, but haven't gotten it yet. Oh, it should be coming soon. Should be coming soon. Okay, girls, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We've been on here for about 35 minutes. Prep with food and water here in Hawaii. Any tips on organizing? It's a large laundry room on movable shelves. Question, prep with food and water here in Hawaii. Do you mean preparing meals, or do you mean having food on your shelf? I'll wait for your answer. And water on your shelf. Because as far as prepping food goes, there's loads of videos on that. Kimmy has videos on it. Mandy in the Making has videos on it. There's a bunch. Occasionally I make one, but I haven't made one in a while. I'm waiting. She preps. Great seeing everyone. See you in 2 weeks, Kat. Have a great time. Thanks, Candace. I store food, Christy says. Okay, so are you storing your food? Because I would suggest you watch Kimmy. She's in her apron. She's the one who would really help you with that. I've always lived, it's just Larry and I, and we live in a small apartment. And before that, we lived in an RV. And before that, we lived in a 14.
For emergency.
For emergencies. Store food for emergencies. Yeah, Kimmy would be the one to go for. So watch She's in Her Apron and go to her playlist, and she's got everything on that. But I will tell you what she says. Don't try to do it all at one time. Just by a little at a time, just like we do our housekeeping, a little at a time. It's the dripping of water that wears away stone, okay? Thanks for answering my question. Changing seasons is always a job here, and challenging for 3 people. I think that's what you mean. Tawana, thoughts on me delegating routines and weekly blessing items and me doing the zones? I think that's a good thought. If you can delegate the zones, because if you're decluttering, you need to be there and declutter, and only you can make a lot of those decisions. If you can delegate, great. Listen, you can't be a perfectionist. You have to accept the best someone can do. But you know if it's the best. Also, when you do delegate, don't over-delegate. You don't want to overwhelm somebody and make them miserable, just like you don't want to be miserable. And just know that it takes time to get the house back in order. But once it's back in order, if you do clutter stops 3 times a day and have everybody else pick it up, don't pass it up. If it has a home, it goes in its home, then it'll be a lot easier. All right, I hope that answered everyone's questions. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I hope you always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful. Bye. Mary Sellers says, don't forget to give us the thumbs up.